morning, you guys. What is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new home vlog. I wanted to kind of kick off the vlog, which is going to be probably like a little weekend vlog, with a kind of like mini morning routine. You guys know my morning routine changes quite literally day to day, especially in the summer with the weather. Like if it's gonna rain at a certain point in the day, I feel like I adjust my morning routine. To be honest, my morning routine revolves around the dogs, like not in a bad way, but they're very high energy, and so just kind of like depending on the weather and what's going on, I adjust my mornings accordingly. If it's going to be a really hot day, I get up extra early and take them for a walk. Today's going to be, I think, just like an average summer day, so I didn't have to get up crazy early or anything like that. But we are expecting a ton of rain this weekend, so I kind of just want to enjoy today as much as possible. I am going to work today. I am going into busy season, so I'll probably be working close to full-time hours for the next like week or two before I head out to Toronto next weekend. So yeah, if you guys are new here, I work in like HR and education coordination in the hospital for a department, and typically like July 1st is the start of our new academic year right after Canada Day. So yeah, the last 2 weeks of June and first week of July are typically pretty busy for me, but that's totally okay. You guys know I love my job, and there's some seasons and months of life where it's slower, and there's some seasons where it's gonna be busier, and it just is what it is. But I got up, did my morning skincare, brushed my teeth. You guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I have this like weird thing where like brushing my teeth, like I hate watching people brush their teeth, so I just don't show that. I think it's weird. Let the dogs out to do their business, fed them breakfast, and I just made my morning coffee. And yes, the cortisol people are coming for me, but I drink my coffee on an empty stomach. Okay, sue me. I just love it. Okay, and I'm just not hungry first thing in the morning. I'm not waiting to have my coffee. I've turned out fine. Having a little morning, I'd say this is probably like a cappuccino. I'm still in a hot coffee first, cold coffee second, because it isn't like crazy warm. But when we had our heat wave last week, I was just doing iced coffee. Just kind of depends on the day, but I was really craving a cappuccino this morning, so I made one. And like I said, my morning routine changes literally every single day. Sometimes I'll sit on the couch and watch YouTube all morning. Sometimes I'll go for a walk first thing in the morning. Sometimes I'll go to the gym first thing in the morning. It just depends. But because it's gonna rain all weekend, I really want to spend a lot of time outside. So I think I'm going to put out the patio cushions and go sit outside and read this morning. That just kind of sounds really nice because it isn't super hot. I feel like we've had either a ton of rain or like a really big heat wave, so I haven't really been able to enjoy my mornings outside. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then let the dogs kind of like run around. That way when I start my work day, they'll take like a big nap. I love having a backyard so much because I don't have to take them for a walk first thing. And yeah, really just depends on the day. Same with breakfast. Like I just eat kind of like whatever I'm in the mood for. I'm just like a go with the flow girly pop. I just have some healthy habits that I try to stick to, but they can happen at any point in the morning. So yeah, you guys saw I chugged some water this morning. I always do that first thing, and I leave my phone upstairs until usually about like 10 or 11. Like pretty much everyone in my life knows they can't reach me until mid-morning because I just try to not be on my phone first thing in the morning. So I leave that upstairs, or like I'll bring it downstairs, but I'll just kind of like leave it in the kitchen. Oh, that's so yummy. And this mug is like the perfect little size for a cappuccino. Then I'll start work. I typically take the dogs for a walk like mid-morning, around like 10 or 11. I'll take like a little break for breakfast and take the dogs for a little walk, and then at lunchtime we usually do our big walk. But now that it's summer, we probably will just play in the backyard for a bit because it's getting too warm out. And yeah, I haven't decided if I'm gonna get ready for the day yet. I think I might, honestly. I haven't gotten ready in a few days, and I feel like it might just feel nice to get ready for the day. So yeah, and then like all my supplements and all that I'll share with you guys after. I don't take like a ton, but I always just wait to have them with breakfast, even though you can have them on an empty stomach, just because I don't know, I just like to wait. So I'm gonna go put the couch cushions outside and grab a book. Let's see what I'm in the mood for. If you guys are new here, I'm a mood reader, so like I probably have about 6,000 books on the go right now, but I'll kind of share with you guys what I've been reading. Not on my Kindle. My Kindle's for like nighttime. I'm reading a new thriller called Listen for the Lie, and I'm hoping to finish that this weekend. But let's go pick out a physical book to read. Our neighbors have a husky, and he's just such a chatty boy. You can probably hear him. He's just having a little morning chats with everyone. He's saying, good morning, everybody. Okay, let's go grab a book. We've got some sun tanning girlies this morning. I feel like I have a lot of library books on the go right now. I should probably commit to one of these. I'm also reading Old Enough by Haley Jacobson. It's like a literary fiction book. I think it's kind of about like, you know, getting through your 20s, your early 20s, finding yourself. So that's an option. We've got Margot's Got Money Problems. And then Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies, which I want to save for next week because I'm going to do like a summer week in my life. Okay, I actually think I'm going to start Murder Road. I got this in my... which horror subscription do I have? Fairy Loot? Illumicrate? One of them is like a horror subscription. I saw Olivia Reads a Latte read this. She gave it 4 stars. And I think the cover is so fun. And I'm actually pretty sure... I love these special edition books so much. And I'm pretty sure... Yeah, it's signed by her, which is so cool. So, very on brand of me. A little horror book to start the day. You guys want to go outside? Just got dressed. We're having first breakfast before I start work for the day, which is just toast. I'm wearing these kind of like flowy Halara pants. I'll show you like full frame what they look like after. And then I just like really quickly air wrapped my hair. And I took my morning Metamucil, Fiber Girls, Stomach Girlies Unite. And then also my Ritual Symbiotic, which is the probiotic that I take. I like it because it has a minty smell. And I think I am out of peanut butter, which I usually do one side with peanut butter and then one side with just butter. But I am out of peanut butter, so that's sad. I might actually instead just do a little bowl of yogurt on the side or something. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm in the mood for, but that sounds actually maybe good. I'm just gonna do like a little yogurt parfait, I think. That sounds kind of yummy. So I love doing frozen blueberries on my yogurt because when they melt, it kind of makes like a little like jam almost. So I'm just gonna do some frozen blueberries. Maybe I'll actually add in some chia seeds too. That could be yummy. And on there, I like it because it has some like nuts and seeds in it. Super good. So probably doesn't look that appetizing, but that's my breakfast. Guys, we've made it to my office. That's like pretty much the end of my morning routine. It's very, very simple. Today is obviously Friday, and on Fridays I like to make my to-do list for the next week. So that way when I sit down on Monday, I like know what I have to get done, and I just break mine up into different categories based on like what's going on in my life. So I have a category for long form, short form, personal, and home. And that way when I sit down on my day off, which is usually Monday or Tuesday, I can be like, okay, I gotta film this week, gotta go return this, and this is the home project we're doing, so I gotta get supplies for it. So I just like to have that done going into Friday. So I did that, and I have I don't know if I'm gonna work a full day today or a half day, but I just have a bunch of HR forms that I have to submit. So gonna put my head down, do that, and then usually around like 10:30, 11 is when I take my morning break. I take the dogs for a walk, and then I will either make like an early lunch or have a second breakfast. I'm also trying to finish my first water of the day. I usually have 2 of these. I don't even know what we're gonna be doing this evening. Oh, I think I wanna watch Challengers this evening. I think that's what we're gonna do. It's finally out to rent. And because we don't have a movie theater near us anymore, I'm kind of okay renting movies from time to time. I think it's like $28, but going to the movies and like getting popcorn, I don't know. Once in a while I don't mind paying to rent a movie just because obviously we don't have like a movie theater near us. So that's going to be kind of like our new release movie of the month that I want to watch, and I'm really looking forward to it because I I haven't really heard a lot of reviews, honestly. I've just heard a lot of buzz about the movie. So yeah, looking forward to that. It's obviously a race weekend, which is really exciting. We're going to a triple header, which is amazing. It just means there's 3 race weekends in a row. And I'm really pumped about that. I'm hoping we finally find out about Carlos, which I'm just not going to be happy with wherever he goes because I don't think he deserves a mid-tier team, but we're not going to get into that now. Unless he goes to Kick Sauber, which will become Audi, which I honestly don't know. But I hope we get some movement soon and some news because I'm just like ready. I'm ready to know where people are going. There's so many holes in the grid right now. It's crazy. And that's what's going on. I'll probably change into some shorts in a little bit. Yeah, take the dogs for a walk, get some fresh air, all that stuff. But I'm going to get started on work for the day, which I obviously can't share with you guys. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. Morning, you guys. Happy Saturday. It's like 7:45 in the morning. I've been like really on an eye mask kick lately. The week leading up to when we were leaving for Florida, I was doing them like every day, and now I just can't stop. They're just so nice, and now it feels kind of like ingrained in my little morning routine. So I'm clearly in my blur era. But I'm gonna get ready because I think my mom's coming to pick me up at 8:30. And we're heading out on a little thrifting antiquing adventure this morning, and I'm really excited about it. And yeah, I'm gonna get some clips here. I'm also gonna try and film a thrift with me for TikTok and Instagram. Not really looking for anything in particular. I guess maybe just like frames and stuff like that. But as you know, we're doing a low spend month, trying to be very intentional with what we buy, but it doesn't mean we can't buy anything. It just needs to be intentional. It's the 22nd of the month, and besides thrifting, I really have not spent any money. I feel like it was a really good reset, like a little dopamine reset for me. I think I did buy a ceramic mug at the flea market last weekend or the weekend before, but I've been wanting one for months and I couldn't find a vendor that had them. And then other than that, I got my nails done. I don't really count like appointments though, because for me it was more about like the personal spending side, that I just wanted a bit of a reset on the dopamine hit. Like, you can't deny that you don't get a little bit of a dopamine hit when a package arrives at your door. You know what I mean? Like, we all do. And I'm just trying to get back into that mindset that like, that's not really what brings you joy. It wears off really quickly. And like I said, I'm not like in a season where I'm like overspending. I just think it's fun, especially in the summer when there's just so much to do outside and we just have so many home projects. I think that was the big thing for me, is that we have so much to do around the house. If I'm bored, I'm someone who definitely shops from like a place of boredom. We just have so much to do. And so when I'm bored, I'll like, you know, pick up a can of paint, start painting, or just doing little things I've been putting off. And it's been really, really nice. So yeah, I would say that the low buy was mainly just like on the personal spending front, but I'm gonna slowly get ready for the day. I think I'm just gonna slick my hair back. I don't know if it's the shampoo and conditioner I'm using, but I can get to like 4 or 5 day hair without my hair looking greasy. It's honestly amazing. I started using this Tresemme one, which people always ask me what shampoo and conditioner I use because my hair looks so nice, and I just use whatever's on sale at the grocery store, but I really love this one. I can share it with you guys. I love getting the Amika stuff in my FabFitFun box because I love Amika as a brand. I can't justify paying like close to $40 for a bottle of shampoo. I obviously have long, thick hair, and I just go through it so fast that it's just not worth it. This was like $5 or $6 and I love it. I'm shocked that I like it as much as I do because it has like no parabens and stuff in it, and typically that kind of stuff doesn't do well on my hair. But I love this. I've also started only shampooing my roots. Brianna actually told me this. because I have such long thick hair, like the bottom of my hair really doesn't get greasy, it's just the top. And so I've stopped shampooing kind of like from here down, and it's helped so much with like keeping my hair weightless. So anyways, I wanted to share this. I really, really love it. And yeah, I'm just like all about picking and choosing where I spend in like the, I guess, like self-care makeup hair space, right? There's certain products that I will splurge on, and there's certain products that I won't. I don't really actually have any hair products that I splurge on. It's more just like little bits of my makeup routine. And then I was out of hair gel, so I'm going to try this one out today. It's the Garnier Pure Clean. I follow a girl on TikTok. Her name is Macy. I adore her. She has no idea who I am, but I adore her. She lives in Nashville. She does a lot of like thrifting, low buy. I just really love her style, and she has the most beautiful, flawless, slicked back ponytails. And she was saying that she uses this, and I'm not usually someone to like watch a video and then go buy something because of it, but I was out of hair gel, and this was like $5, so I figured I'd give it a go because I was previously using, oh, I actually just use Matt's hair gel, but I just find it's a little too much for me. And I tried the day one, and that shit was awful. So I'm gonna try this one out. She said it's more watery than jelly, which I like. And yeah, I also tried that wax stick from Amazon like 2 years ago. That also, I did not like it. So hoping that I like this. But anyways, I'm gonna get ready super quick. It's pretty chilly out today. It's supposed to rain all weekend. So besides today, I don't think we're gonna be leaving the house, which is great. I have so much reading that I want to get done. And my goal is to finish that thriller I was telling you guys about. Wow, what's it called? Tell Me a Lie, Find the Lie. You guys saw it yesterday when I was talking about it, but my goal is to finish that today. And I'm honestly just trying to find pockets of relaxing when I can, because July is going to be mayhem in the best way with just like, I'm traveling 2 weekends out of the month. I have like Q1 and Q2 were so slow for brand deals. Obviously, I've had 2 brand deals since February on YouTube, which is totally fine. Like, I don't rely on that income. I still work a corporate job. It's fine. Like, I really don't care. It's really great that I can just be like, oh, it doesn't matter to me if I have brand deals. Like, I'm just doing this because I love it. But it's picking back up, and I have 4 in July. Granted, 2 of them were supposed to be in June, but I wanted longer with the product because I'm definitely someone who, like, I just want longer to try things out. Like, I really wanted to work with Ritual on their probiotic. It's one of the only ones I can take with like my chronic nausea, but I wanted to try it out for like 5-6 months before committing to it. So I've had it since pretty much the beginning of the year, and then that kind of just like fell June, and then I ended up pushing it to July. My mattress came, like, FedEx had literally, oh my gosh, you guys, I don't think I told you this, my Helix mattress, which you guys know I was so excited about. The FedEx man literally pushed it off the truck, and it must have already been, like, the box must have already been broken, and there was holes in the mattress because it just like poof opened up like on the driveway. Like, the mattress in the box just opened up, and I was like, oh my god, what do I do? So they're sending me a new one, and I ended up donating that one. But that was supposed to be in June. It got pushed to July because mattresses, like, you know, they make them as the orders come in. So July is just going to be a really busy month. We also have to do our last 2 home projects for Remax in July. Like, one's going up in July, one's going up in August, but I guess like with like just like vacations and stuff with the company, they need both of them in by July. So she's gonna be a busy month. So I'm just trying to kind of like relax when I can, but you guys know, like, self-care, taking care of myself comes first. Everything else comes second, so I'm not like worried about it. It's just gonna be a bit busier in terms of like getting back into a routine with brand deals that I'm used to, because right now I can like film this and I can just post it tomorrow, whereas with obviously a brand deal, you have to pre-film it, send it in usually 2 to 3 business days before it goes live. So anyways, enough chatting, Carter. Let's get ready for the day. Yeah, it's literally 8:08. I always do this. I think I'm just going to do some light makeup. I still love this moisturizer so much, you guys. Also, my skin was looking so good before we left for Florida, and then I came home, and I don't know if it was just a culmination of like all the Disney food, like all the fried, but I broke out so bad. I think I'm just always learning new things about my skin and my body, which I think is cool. And when we had that heat wave, I realized quickly that my skin doesn't do well, which is bad, but my skin does not do well being moisturized in the heat because it just, I don't know, there's a lot of sweat. I noticed that if I moisturized and then went for a walk when it was hot out, my skin would break out from like all the sweat and like the moisturizer mixing. So, which is funny because usually my skin thrives in the heat. But now I just have a little bit of scarring, which is not a big deal. But yeah, okay, I need to turn the camera off so I actually get ready quickly and stop chatting. So I'll just show you guys what everything looks like when I'm ready for the day. Hi guys, hello, happy Saturday. I already talked to you guys this morning. Happy Saturday afternoon. I'm not sure how exposed I am right now, if I'm overexposed, but I can fix it after if I am. It's just like a really gloomy, rainy day. It's almost 5 o'clock already. I haven't really, well, I talked to you guys this morning. I only got home around 3:30. We had such a fun day. Me, my mom, and my sister going to a bunch of those like antique and thrift stores. I didn't honestly get much. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'll show you guys what I got in a sec, but pretty proud of myself. I was very intentional and there was a lot I wanted, but I was like, I just don't need all these things. And yeah, now we're home and I've spent the last hour and a half trying to, this is so funny. I am someone who like loves the idea of QuickBooks, but I get really overwhelmed by it. And so in the past, I've like tried to use QuickBooks, gotten overwhelmed and stopped. And I just do all my bookkeeping manually. However, now that I'm in a corporation, my accountant thinks like, you know, she was like, it's just gonna be a lot easier if you use QuickBooks because it does like your balance sheets and stuff for you. So anyways, all that to say, I just sat down for like an hour and a half and like committed to figuring it out. I'm just feeling very like anxious and overwhelmed with it, but I know that I'll get it. It's just gonna take some time, but in the long run, it's gonna help me out. And yeah, Matt's outside. He cut down some trees today. He's having a little fire. I think he's coming in now. We're gonna watch qualifying. I haven't seen any spoilers, so I'm really excited to watch it and see. I honestly have no real expectations. Like I feel like the season has been so fun because I just, who freaking knows? Everything is like up in the air. Obviously, I'm sure Max will be up there somewhere. I'd like to obviously see Lando in like P1. That would be so cool, or like P2. And I don't know who else is gonna be up there. Definitely not Checo. Maybe one of the Ferraris will have a comeback from the last race. I'm trying to think. Definitely like Max, Lando, Carlos maybe? I don't know, we'll see. But you guys saw I just made a cup of tea. My little hug in the mug from Target. I love it so much. I get a lot of questions on that. I feel like a lot of the places we went to had a ton of great furniture. Obviously, you know, I drive a car, so I couldn't take any of it home, but there was a lot of really great furniture. I feel like I'm gonna wanna go back when we're like redoing spaces in the house. But I picked up 3 things. I did actually not need this, but I did pick up this cutie little mug. I thought it was so cute. One of the thrift stores curated finds, I think it was, had a ton of like she special, it was like a curated thrift store, antique store, and she specialized in like a lot of ceramic mugs. So I got this one. I think it's so cute. I have to actually go through our mugs and get rid of some because we have a lot. Then I got this vase. I just liked how the bottom was a little bit thicker. I don't really know how to explain it. I just really like the shape of this vase. I thought it was really unique. So picked that up, and then I just picked up this little book. It was like $1. I just really liked the pattern on it, and you guys know I love like coffee table books to put on the shelves. And I thought this one was just, yeah, really beautiful and unique. So those are my only finds of the day. And we literally went to like 7 spots. So I'm pretty proud of myself for not buying a ton. But I also decided on this print in this frame that I thrifted. That's what's going on. I think we're having a pretty chill night at home. I don't think it's supposed to rain all evening, so we'll probably take the dogs for a walk. And the day's just like flying by. The weekend's just flying by, but I had a really great day. So that's all that matters. We did our little thrift crawl. And yeah, what else? Oh my gosh, you guys. I didn't talk about this morning, but we watched Challengers last night and it was such a disappointment for me. I feel like it's a lot of mixed reviews online, but I will maybe give it like a 4.5 on 10, 5 to be nice. I will probably go into detail on my monthly reset, but I just thought it was really all over the place, honestly. And I'm really bummed with it because it was probably one of my most like highly anticipated movies of the year. So we have to decide what we're gonna watch tonight. Obviously Sundays are for House of Dragon now. I don't know why this whole time I thought it was called House of Dragon, not House of the Dragon, and now I just say House of Dragon, but like same thing. So that will be our like Sunday night activity. So we gotta figure out what we're watching tonight. We actually started rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine because obviously like a lot of you guys, I'm sure, we just rewatch our favorite shows instead of starting new ones. So probably gonna end up watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine tonight.
Formula One qualifying with 20 of the best drivers in the world.
I would argue that Logan Sargent is one of the best.
Verstappen, Norris, but that's good enough for second at the moment. We throw it to
Who's this, Charles?
Can he get there? Yes, he
Oh
will.
shit.
Charles Leclerc to second place. He's
Oh, this might be
when it comes to
Ferrari pain
a
handle.
Ferrari 2-3.
very quickly in the middle sector. So is Max Verstappen, who has one corner to go, trying to take it out of reach of all the other contenders in Formula One. That's a great improvement when he needed it. Is it going to be enough? It's going to need to be a mega lap. But it is a mega lap as it stands.
Look at Lando's flying.
It's all down to these final 3 corners, final 2 corners.
Oh, there goes Lewis's wish of being Q3.
Has been on pole position one time before in Formula 2. He can! Lando Norris digs deep and Hamilton third position. Russell cuts the beam. That's 4th place. And Lando Norris, for the 2nd time in his Formula 1 career, will start at the front of the field.
Okay, so I was really close.
You were.
I said Max Lando
I was
Lewis.
like, oh my god, I can't say anything.
Entire season when it comes to
Slay.
3rd place. Thanks to that lap.
Slay King. Good morning, so Rudy. Good morning. I'm taking the time today to commit to just getting shit done in my office because I haven't really done anything since we moved in, and I've said this in videos before, but my office just gives me so much anxiety because it's so cluttered, and it's just because I haven't taken the time to like put up my pegboard, put up these shelves and all that stuff. So I just took the shelf down from here and we're gonna, you know, get shit done in here today. I did paint in here this week. I didn't share it, but I did paint. It's White Dove. I love this color so much. I have this wall left to do, which you can obviously like tell this is like more of a warmer white, and then that's like just straight yellow. I'm trying to figure out, let me know if you guys have any tips. I want to try and put some sort of like DIY door on this. I'm thinking maybe like a curtain, honestly, like a cute colored curtain. I think a curtain could like add some fun color and whatnot. I do really need to get a new chair. I do not recommend this chair from Wayfair. I get asked all the time. It literally sucks. It was like $100 and it's like quite literally broken. it's fallen off the like track and I can't fix it, and it's just so uncomfortable. And yeah, so I actually need to just straight up find a new chair that's gonna be a bit more comfortable. But I love the idea of like an armchair. I just find it really, really comfy. I also just need to like really organize. Oh wow, it's really coming down out there. It's a very stormy day. That's my Sunday plan. I'm gonna try and enlist Matt for some help. That is a sleepy rainy day doggy. The like cork board, it's covered in linen though. Would you call it a linen board? I don't know. That was, well, you can kind of tell it's silver. I actually ran out of Rub and Buff, but it's fine. I'll pick up some more. It was like this silver color and I painted it. I'm gonna put this up in my office too. What I'm gonna put on here, but I'll put my inspo photo on the screen of what I saw on Pinterest. Oh! I put up some of the photos that I got printed and then some of my like little notes. I love keeping notes from brands, and then that's like the one that Mo sent for 100K, my management team. And then I just put up some photos. I kind of want to almost like switch it out like every month or something and get new photos printed. I think that could be so fun. But yeah, I wanted to share that because I think it's so cute in my office. Good morning, sissy girl. Good morning, Lila Bean. Lila will always cuddle with me in the morning. Stella's for sure downstairs waiting for some breakfast. Oh. Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. I was a bad vlogger this weekend. I was. Oh, you guys, my anxiety this weekend has been through the roof, and I just recorded this whole clip and I was giving y'all like the tea, which there's not really any tea, but like, and I was just like, no one really cares about the ins and outs of my accounting and bookkeeping, if I'm being honest. So long story short, this is my first year being in a corporation. Taxes are different, and I wasn't really set up for success with my previous accountant. He was basically just like, keep doing what you're doing with your bookkeeping, you'll be fine. And then come tax season, I hired a new accountant and she was asking me for all these things like I just didn't have and I didn't do throughout the year. And I just got really overwhelmed. She had, like I had sent her my taxes a few months ago. They're not due till June 30th here. And long story short, we were on the drive home from our thrift girl and I got this email from her like asking for all these things that I just didn't have. I didn't know what they were. And I got extremely overwhelmed and I shut down. And I'm trying to work on not letting my anxiety consume me, but it did consume me in my weekend. If I'm just keeping it real, I was crying, I was hysterical, I was panicking. I'm a very 0 to 100 person with my anxiety, and it took me a good like day and a half to calm myself down with Matt and just be like, okay, like, stop jumping the gun. Like, what's the absolute worst case scenario that can happen, right? You might have to pay your accountant a little bit more because she's doing more work, and you might owe a little bit more on your taxes, but like, that's it. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's going to get figured out. I'm also like a very, like, I need immediate, which I don't expect anyone, but anyway, she had emailed me Saturday afternoon. I'm assuming she was working for a bit, but then I emailed her back with more questions, and then she didn't like reply to me, which she shouldn't have. I'm just saying I'm someone who like, I need immediate like gratification. And so I was just like waiting for an email. I didn't get one and I was just so anxious. So anyways, I'm trying to work through it. I'm determined to have a good week this week just because we have so much going on. Our bed got delivered yesterday, which is so exciting. Our bed frame, our mattress from Helix. I'm working with them in July. It was supposed to be June. It got moved. I think that's also why I'm stressed. I just have a lot on my plate in July. That was the weekend. It wasn't what I kind of expected it to be. And yeah, so cheers to that. But it's like 7:45. I'm gonna start work at 8 today. I've got a coffee. I just did a little bruised protein coffee, and then I added 2 shots of espresso because it's not super strong. But I like this because you guys know I don't like to eat first thing in the morning. Like, I don't have a big appetite. Yeah, I have coffee on an empty stomach. Sue me, cortisol, kings and queens on the internet. Sue me. But the protein just like kind of helps get something in my system. But Have you guys missed? I don't remember the last Star Wars update I gave you guys, and if you missed it, I'm watching Star Wars for the first time. I have this thing where I don't, like, when I know I'm gonna love something, I put off watching it as long as possible. I did that with Game of Thrones. I did it with Deathly Hallows Part 2. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I waited like 10 years to watch Deathly Hallows Part 2. I just watched it last year because I don't like when things end. And I also, like, it's gonna sound so silly, but like, I knew how much I was gonna love Star Wars, and you can only say that you've watched it for the first time once. Like, you can only ever watch the movies once without, like, obviously, you know, over the years I've gotten a lot of spoilers from Star Wars, seen a lot of the famous scenes online. I kind of knew a lot of stuff already, but I'd never seen the movies like from beginning to end ever. And yeah, so we just worked our way through the like first, I guess, 7. And episode 3 and 7 are definitely my favorite so far. Now, I liked the original, like 4, 5, 6, don't get me wrong. But episode 7, I think, was just like one of those movies where obviously going to Disney and being in Galaxy's Edge and riding Rise of the Resistance, I kind of was like the most familiar with that movie. And I was like, oh my god, that's the scene where they do this. Oh my god, that's where you come out. Oh my god, it's Kylo Ren. Oh my god, it's Rey. Like, just BB-8, like, and then of course you get like the reappearance from like the original cast members and like, you know, Han Solo and Chewie, and so I just like, I don't know, it was like a very well, not really, but like, you know, I was just like, oh, like everyone's coming together. Like, I think that's so cute when characters like come into like later movies, like make an appearance. I think it's just like so sweet. So anyways, I loved that. We also watched House of the Dragon. I don't know why, but this whole time we've been saying House of Dragon. It just sounds better than House of the Dragon. House of Dragon, whatever you call it. Episode 2. I love a good like weekly show release, honestly. It kind of feels like we have cable. So we watched that. Amazing, impeccable. Matt has not read the book. I have read the book, so I know what's gonna happen, but I'm just like loving it. It's amazing this season so far. So that's what we watched last night. And oh my gosh, you guys, I finished a 5-star book last night, and it was so good. I hadn't heard, like, it wasn't on my list of anticipated reads for this year for some reason, but where did I find it? Oh, I just did my Indigo. I'm working with Indigo on TikTok, which is like just so cool, like very on brand, I feel like, for me. And I was going through their list of, they were doing 25% off for like the best books of 2024 so far. I was just kind of like going through the list to see if there's any books I wanted to, like, you know, read at some point. And this book came up, Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera, and it said that it was like a Good Morning America book club pick. And I was like, oh, I haven't even heard of this book before. And so I downloaded it, and I could not put this down. This was also what I was doing this weekend, is reading this book. It was so good. I've read so many books about true crime podcasts that just didn't hit for me, and this is like the first time it did. So if you like a blend of like a podcast thriller, this is definitely it. I feel like it almost falls into like dark comedy, whodunit, mystery, true crime podcast kind of vibe book. So long story short, this book follows our 2 main characters, Lucy and Ben. Ben has a true crime podcast called Listen for the Lie. He is covering the murder of Lucy's best friend, and basically the entire town accused Lucy of the murder because she doesn't remember anything from that night. And so she's like in LA living her best life, and then I think it's her grandma's birthday, so she comes back to her little like small town in Texas. And long story short, her best friend Savvy was murdered like years ago, and this podcast guy Ben is in town trying to figure out like who done it, and they end up starting to work together because basically he's like, I don't think you did it, and she's like, I don't think I did it, but she doesn't remember anything from that night. And it was really, really well done. I have to say, at first I was kind of worried it was going to be like a Lucy Foley vibe, which Lucy Foley books for me just don't hit because they are too confusing with multiple characters. However, this was done so well. Like, I wasn't really confused. There was a decent amount of characters, but I feel like the way that the author introduced them was so well done, to the point like where I wasn't really confused. Because I feel like sometimes with a thriller book, you can be like, okay, wait, who's this again? Who's that again? She did it so well. From like the first chapter, I could not put this book down. The pacing was amazing, and that to me is what makes it a 5-star, is if there's like no moments where it slows down for me. The chapters were short, and they alternated between like Lucy's POV in present time, Lucy's POV 5 years ago when the murder happened, and then the like podcast interviews, which was so fun. And yeah, I thought the pacing was great. It was very like dark comedy, whodunit vibes, and I really, really enjoyed it. So if you guys are looking for a thriller, I highly recommend. One of my 5-star reads of the year for sure. So good. In terms of a Kindle book I'm going to read next, because I have so many physical books on the go, and I have to have like a physical and a Kindle book. Like I have to have something I can read at night. I think I'm going to start I Hope This Finds You Well by Natalie Sue. It's like a literary fiction book. Apparently it's kind of comparable to like The Office. It says a wildly funny and heartwarming office comedy about an admin worker who accidentally gains access to her colleagues' private emails and DMs and decides to use this intel to save her job. A laugh till you cry debut novel you'll be eager to share with your contact. I think I'm gonna read this on my Kindle next, and then who knows what I'll read in my physical book. Anyways, that's that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start my work day now. Not the next vlog you guys see, because the next video will be my July reset, then my July budget, then you guys will see like a week in the life at home, because you guys really liked the last one, and that will kind of have a bunch of home projects in it. Like I said, we're doing like a little, I wouldn't say a bedroom makeover, we're literally just getting a new bed, then we're gonna put our bed in the guest room, the day bed in the game room, all that stuff. We're doing some swapsies of furniture. But I wanted to share kind of like some upcoming projects, because this weekend is Canada Day. Some fun projects coming up. I think we're gonna tackle our entryway this weekend. It just doesn't have much storage, honestly, and it looks very junky quickly because it's very open with not a lot of storage. Do the same board batten, like beadboard we did here, tied in there. And yeah, but I'm gonna get started on work for the day now because it's almost 8 o'clock. And happy Monday. Let's have a better week. Every time I look at my nails, all I can think of is they're blur. Oh, okay, let's do this. Hi guys, hello. Happy lunchtime. It's 2:30, but to be fair, I'm just like such a snacker. I ended up making some eggs for breakfast, took the dogs for a walk, and now I'm just having lunch, because I usually do like a snack breakfast, like yogurt, and then actual breakfast, and then a snack lunch, and then a real lunch, and I'm just doing leftovers. I love leftovers. We had like beef and broccoli last night, which you guys, I think I took a clip. So I'm just having that, but we have no noodles left, which that's fine. Just having some literal beef and broccoli. But anyways, it's been a pretty good day so far. You guys, I figured out why I was so stressed about my taxes. Okay, I didn't tell you guys earlier because I didn't want to sound like an idiot, but my numbers weren't balancing in QuickBooks and they were off by like a lot. So when my accountant was like, I need your balance sheet, I was like, oh, I can just do that in QuickBooks. But I guess it, like, I had kind of stopped using QuickBooks halfway through the year, and then because I didn't understand it, and I wish I had just taken the time to learn it because it's so easy now that I know. Anyways, I guess I had like double linked all my bank accounts twice, which was why my numbers were so skewed. Because I had literally this weekend, you guys, I had printed out all my statements. I was going through line by line, couldn't figure out why it wasn't balancing in QuickBooks. So I just like deleted all the duplicate transactions, and what do you know? It all worked out. Crazy that I fixed it. So I'm in a really good mood now, obviously. You know, when you're like anxious about something and you fix it and then you're like, oh, why was I even stressed about that? That's me. Having some water. My mom dropped off some homemade kombucha. So I'm gonna have some of this. I don't know what she said it was flavor wise. Let me check. I think she had texted me. Raspberry mint, I feel like is like my mom's specialty. So I'm really excited to have that. Also, if you didn't know, which is like probably counterintuitive, but raspberry or kombucha and beer is really yummy together. That's like my mom's favorite cocktail. The sun is out. I feel like I haven't seen the sun in days. So I'm gonna eat my lunch outside. Hang with a little girly pal. Where's your sister? Also, you guys, this plant that we have, it's like is this a tiger lily? I don't know, something like that. Also, my poor flowers are not doing so well because of all the rain. But yeah, look at this pretty plant. These are all trees that fell down, or branches that fell down during a storm that we had last week. So we've been like kind of slowly burning things when there hasn't been a burn ban. Girls are being crazy. Can you see them playing over there? My chaos garden is growing so fast. It's so cool. I'm really excited to see the first like flower sprout. I think that will be really exciting, but so far, so good. It is truly my favorite like summertime snack. I love tomatoes. Like I would eat them like an apple if I could, and then just some fresh mozzarella with some balsamic vinegar and salt. So yummy. I've been eating this since I was a kid. It's like my favorite afternoon snack. Is served. We have a kale dill pickle salad. Like it's all the sauce and stuff from the dill pickle salad, but the salad part was gone bad, so I just used kale. And then we're doing, I don't really know if you can see that, buffalo chicken sandwiches. And then I picked these up at the store last week, and they are so yummy. They taste just like a spritz, like without the alcohol obviously, but they taste really, really similar. I just love a drinky drink. I'm just such a drink person. Yum.